All right, this is the watch list video for Friday, December 23rd. Again, holiday week. Christmas is Sunday. The market's closed Monday. Very, very thin times to trade, so try to make a little money. I did get my daily goal this morning. Hadn't made a trade in like 2 or 3 sessions. One, I took a day off, and then yesterday, literally couldn't find anything to trade. I only traded an hour. I think it was yesterday, and never did find anything worthy of putting money to work. But today, great teamwork in the chat room. Ended up getting my daily goal in the first hour, and then went about my life. Again, family in town, trying to enjoy family and maybe sneak some money in the mornings. That's kind of my attitude anytime we get around a major holiday like this. So the SPY, pretty narrow range, nothing really significant, so we can go right into the watch list. DPRX, the only reason this is on watch, it closed at $1.60, is after hours this went up to like almost $3.50. Looks like it settled in at $2.65, so probably somewhere right about here. Definitely worth watching as a potential gap play tomorrow. CETX, nice little breakout after the gap up. Closed above its open, but not real close to its highs. Maybe a red to green in that one tomorrow. Definitely deserves to be on watch. FRED, F-R-E-D, gapped up, ran, then a couple kind of nasty, well, this was a nasty gap down and flush, but then reversed. And then I think had news in after hours, a stake reported or something. It ended up closing after hours at 20.69. So probably right around here. Might be worth a gap and go attempt. We'll see. If it meets the right parameters, it might give a trade. You might have some shorts caught from down here. All right, so that one's interesting. SGY has been given some really nice trades lately, so it's got to go on watch. It had this huge 4-day run, then a sell-off, and then a gap down, but a reversal today. So this one might be up again tomorrow. I definitely want to watch it. CSBR, this is super thin. You had the nice pop yesterday, quiet inside, red day today. Maybe it can break out of this range tomorrow. Definitely goes on watch. I'm going to need some volume in that sucker before I'll take a trade, though. DRAM was on watch today, no trades. It didn't meet the parameters, but you've got a very clearly defined breakout area over this kind of 172 over today's high. So I'm actually going to put 173 in my notes on that one. Interesting looking chart there, and it might wait till next week, and it may never break out, so keep that in mind. Typed that wrong. DCIX is what I meant to type. One of the shippers, after the big pop, when dry ships popped the other day, it's really just flagging, but worth watching. All right, it had a nice, on an intraday basis, a little bit of pop near the end of the day. If we go to 15-minute candles, we can kind of see, like, I don't know, 5 days worth. There's the big pop, and really holding this area. So if it can get up, I don't know, up into 340s, it might just break this 350 resistance and be off to the races. I expect dry ships will lead all of these again. So if dry ships moves, I do like the chart on this DCIX. LEU, some uranium plays were popping today. And so I'm going to watch this one. It's kind of one of the lower float uranium plays. It had a really nice run back here. And then you can picture just a flag right there. I don't have an entry price. I'm just putting it on a chart tomorrow. We'll see if the uranium ones get going. That one's worth looking at. OPXA got decimated, then a big pop, went back into a range, another big pop, into a range, and then today, sort of a smaller version of these big pops, maybe over today's high, which was 115. So I'm going to go ahead and put 116 in my notes. That might be enough to get it to come up and retest these highs and maybe break out into the gap. So it's certainly worth watching. And then lastly, I have AKAO, which had the huge move, and then really it's just lower highs every day since. But this is a nice solid green day closing near its high. So I really like it over this 2-day high. Today's high was 13.19. So I am going to put in my notes 13.20 might be enough to get this going. And if you've watched my videos, you'll know I don't blindly take it at 13.20. It also has to meet other rules. If you watched our inflection point webinar the other night, you probably have a better idea of the kind of entries we look for. So keep that in mind on any and all of these that I've just shown you. If you haven't seen it, you can shoot me an email, or I think I've got some links on my Twitter feed as well. It's archived now, so you can go watch the webinar anytime. All right, so I'm done babbling. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.